What you are about to watch may make you question everything you thought you knew. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey guys, and welcome to Conspiracy Theories or Not. This is the first episode, and I am your host, Royal Jules. So today we're going to talk about 3 top major conspiracy theories ever speaking to about, and they're speaking about it right now. And yeah, we're just going to get into this video, and one thing, it's going to get crazy. Conspiracy theory number 1, the California wildfires. So the California wildfires are this huge wildfire that has been going on for about a month, I believe, and it's still going on to this day. And literally everyone is leaving, evacuating their homes and everything. But there's one thing that a lot of people are speculating, that it's not just a wildfire. It's something that was done purposely. And what I mean by that is basically newsletters that we've been seeing on TV have been seeing pictures, and a lot of people have noticed that around these trees, the houses are burned to the ground, but the trees are still up and green, which is weird for a wildfire because anything that crosses the wildfire will be burned. They had one video which I am going to show you right now.
With the fire being so intense it melts the cars. How did the trees not get burned if this was a fire?
A lot of the trees did.
But here, I mean, look at right there. These trees still have bushes on them and stuff, but it was burned down to the chimneys. Yeah. This thing, I mean, to melt metal is 3,000 degrees to melt cars. I mean, look at this car. The rim's all the way down. I mean, this was torched. That's what I'm saying. They've never seen anything.
Can I ask you a question about some of the technology that you're developing to fight the war on terror, specifically directed energy and high-powered microwave technology? When do you envision that you can weaponize that type of technology?
Goodness. It is in, for the most part, the kinds of things you're talking about are in varying early stages. Do you have anything you'd add?
I don't think I would add much. I think they are in early stages and probably not ready for employment at this point.
In the normal order of things, when you invest in research and development and begin a developmental project, you don't have any intention or expectations that one would use it. On the other hand, the real world intervenes from time to time, and you reach in there and take something out that is still in the developmental stage, and you might use it. So your question is not answerable. It depends on what happens in the future and how well things move along the track, and whether or not someone feels it's appropriate to reach into a development stage and see if something might be useful, as was the case with the unmanned aerial vehicles.
But you sound like you're willing to experiment with
that. I think that's the point, and I think, and we have, I think, from the beginning of this conflict, I think General Franks has been very open to looking at new things if there are new things available, and has been willing to put them into the fight even before they've been fully wrung out. And I think that's not referring to these 2 particular cases of directed energy or high-powered microwave, but sure. And yes, we will continue to do.
So there's a lot of speculation that the government is behind all these wildfires. And for one thing, I believe that. It's not, I don't want to get in trouble, but it's my opinion, because one thing is for sure, there's been a lot of speculation about them creating a big, huge laser for war. And why not test it on a place that basically nobody talks about that much, and it's a desert island, so why not test it on there? But a lot of people have been seeing the pictures, and I seen a tree get burnt myself. And it's really weird that everything around the trees, it's burned to the ground, and just the trees are standing up. So people have been saying it's kind of weird. They even blamed, I know they blamed a guy. He created the fires, but they always want to blame someone, not themselves. Comment below, what do you think about these California wildfires that have been going on lately? The second conspiracy theory is basically the Simpsons conspiracy theory. Everyone wanted me to do this one, specifically this one, because I know there's like a lot that correlates what's going on with right now with the cartoon. Like literally, they predicted everything that's been going on, to Trump being president, Trump going down the escalator, literally the 9/11. Like there's different types of things they predicted, and everything is true. I totally 100% think that the Simpsons creator, directors, writer knew what was going to happen, and I don't know, I just believe that everything they did was right, and it is right. Like, I do believe that. And to be honest, I'm just waiting for the next episode to see what else they predict, and it's just a deja vu type of thing. A lot of people have been waiting for the episode where Donald Trump is assassinated from The Simpsons, and to be God, I hope it's not really creepy, because, you know, Simpsons show will tell you the freaking future. So you guys tell me, what do you think about the Simpsons conspiracy theory? Because I believe it's creepy as hell. Like, totally creepy and weird. But then again, I want to see more. And the final conspiracy theory for this episode is basically weather modification. I was doubting to do this conspiracy, but it's been going on lately that a lot of people have been taking different pictures in different places with clouds that look a little bit odd. And I was in Brooklyn one day, I literally took a picture, and these clouds looked like they were surrounding Manhattan in Brooklyn in a weird type of shape. And last Saturday, I also did see the sky was big green. You know how like when it starts thundering, you see like dark pitch black clouds. This cloud was green. I didn't have a moment to take a picture, but it was really weird, and the people that were around me were shocked and like type of scared, because it's very different. It's really weird and really creepy.
So there's a light source right there. The sun's setting over there. James. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What the shit? What the shit? What is that? Sun setting over there. You see that? Pretty low. Now look. Now look at this.
So basically, people just think that the government created a machine and it's in space to change the weather on us. Basically like the movie from Geostorm. Geostorm, it was about, basically they did a whole entire ship thing, and literally it controlled the weather, and at the end it basically almost destroyed the whole entire world. So they believe that they did this. I will insert a clip of an interview that has a little bit of a proof that they have did it themselves.
We're talking about climate change yesterday, and now we're learning that scientists and researchers are looking at how to change the weather on purpose. That's right. Lasers now could one day manipulate rain and lightning. CBS This Morning contributor Michio Kaku is a physics professor at City College of New York. Professor, nice to see you. Extraordinary seeing Al Gore and Bill Clinton there together with Charlie, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, they did not get into this discussion, though. But it is fascinating. I mean, lasers, really, to change the weather?
That's right. Well, as Mark Twain once famously said, everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything about it. Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate rain clouds and actually bring down lightning bolts. This is potentially a game changer.
But this is experimental.
It's experimental. However, in the laboratory so far it works. When you have water vapor and you have dust particles or ice crystals, you can precipitate rain. It condenses around the seeds. These seeds can also be created by laser beams. By firing trillion-watt lasers, you rip apart the electrons, creating what are called ions, and these ions act like seeds, like dust particles, bringing down rain and even lightning.
Go ahead.
Well, this fascinates me in part because, too, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds. I mean, did those really work then? We have some of these capabilities now?
Inconclusive. Even in the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War, to wash out the Viet Cong. Governments have been playing with this thing.
Alleged to.
Alleged to, right.
Yeah.
Now, we realize that for decades now, these governments have been alleged to have experimented with weather control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now. And in the laboratory, sure enough, they precipitate rain out of water vapor. Sure enough, you can actually bring down electricity down the beam.
So what does it mean for drought areas that need to have rain for crops, and if they don't have them, there's the consequences of famine?
Well, the bad news is if it's a clear blue sky, it's not going to do anything at all, because it only takes water vapor that's already in the air and condenses it. However, for floods, for agriculture, farmers, for people planning wedding parties, football games, you name it, outdoor events and agriculture and flooding and even hurricanes, all of them could be subject to weather modification.
Incredibly interesting, Professor Michio Kaku. Thank you.
I believe the company was HARP. I think it's HARP. I think I'm saying it right. I don't say a lot of things correctly, but HARP is one of the company that actually did this modification. They haven't said anything because you know what the government is. They don't say anything at all. So all the weather has been crazy. Like literally it's summertime and it's pouring and it's chilly and it's cold, while it's supposed to be hot, humid, and steamy. We really didn't have that much of a summer lately, so it's kind of creepy and weird how weather has changed completely different. And I do believe they did the modification. And government, don't come after me. Just don't. I'm sorry. It's my opinion. So you guys, in the comments below, tell me what your opinion is on these 3 conspiracy theories. Basically, just state whatever you want to know, whatever you think about it, whatever part I missed on these conspiracy theories. And yeah, let's see what you say. And don't worry, the government might be watching this. Just watch out for the skies, just watch out for anything around you, and take pictures if you see any changes that is oddly very creepy and weird. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. If you want to see more clips like this, you can find it right up here. And if you haven't been subscribed, guys, click right down there.